Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of our Wizard101 Let's Play. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today, the plan is to finish Khrysalis and Arc 2 of the game. Should be interesting. I'm mainly looking forward to what comes after beating Morganth, because I looked at her fight because I wanted to have a list of the cheats that are going to be in the fight, just so I could share that with you guys. Mainly, we'll talk about it once we actually get into the fight, but actually no, let's just go ahead and do it now. The main thing is that there are 4 bosses, 4 versions of her. Death, Ice, Storm, and Balance. Each of them has kind of an odd effect, other than Balance. Balance doesn't react, at least not from what I found. Death, whenever you place a prism on Death, doesn't matter what kind of prism, she will remove it. She will remove the prism, and then deal like 350 damage to herself. It comes up as a damage over time, but it only does it for 1 round. So, a little odd there, and I'll definitely be using a minion to try to take that one out. Next is whenever a global spell is placed, so in case you don't quite know what that is, in case you're wondering like what that is, our Doom and Gloom and like Dead Zone, those are global spells. Yeah, I'm sure you knew that. She will do the same thing. She'll do damage to herself. Ice apparently reacts to any enemy attack. I don't know if that's targeted attack, like will these count? But apparently she'll do the same thing. I don't know. That the wiki wasn't overly clear on. But anyway, that's kind of the weird stuff. Every 4th round, a shadow spell will be cast that deals a moderate amount of shadow damage. And finally, they each have a natural attack that has a additional effect. Now, the natural attacks aren't that strong, but Balances puts a minus 45% accuracy on all enemies. Death puts a minus 35% heal on all enemies. Ice puts a 200 damage absorb on all allies, and Storm puts a 25% damage boost to all allies. So, really, not that bad. This is not what I was expecting in terms of cheats. It's more the fact that I think the fight is more supposed to be difficult because there's 4 boss level enemies, all of them with like 20,000 health or so. Something like that. So I guess that's what's supposed to be difficult about it. But honestly, that sounds easier than the gauntlet fight that we did in the last episode. So, don't know. Either way, let's get into it. Yes, I will be using henchmen just to make this easier on myself. We're probably going to use the myth. Yeah, the myth guy. Just because, the storm one would resist the storm spells. Anyway, let's head on in.
I have long dreamed this. I may not have the pleasure of killing Ambrose with my own hand, but sending him your head may be sweeter still. I forget myself. A queen should not act so basely. Such a threat is beneath me, especially now on the eve of my victory. Mirror Lake broke, then Huracan the Horned One called to Xibalba, and then I brought down the sky. And you failed, and failed, and failed. But really, in the face of prophecy, what choice did you have? You dabble in shadow, but you have no idea what it truly means. Shadow forms reality, and reality bends to my whim. Face me in all my forms, and despair! Your blood shall water the foundation of my new universe.
The shadow web!
And yes, that is the shadow spider spell that I'm talking about. I did want to see, yeah, I was curious if there was a dungeon quest for this. You don't get much, because it is just one fight. But let's do this. Alright. So that's how they're starting. Ice, balance, death, and then storm. Okay. Yeah, they each have... Well, storm's the weakest at 19,000. Okay. So, but yeah, averaging out around 20,000 each. So actually, I'm gonna... Well, we're gonna start off with just the life guy. We'll grab the myth. And you know what? I'm gonna splurge, because I don't know how this is gonna go. This might end up being kind of a waste, but I'm gonna do it anyway. 4 on 4, let's do it. So, yeah, let's just kind of get started. They're going first, which isn't the greatest, but we'll deal with it. Starting off strong. Starting off strong, aren't they? This is her natural attack. See, really? Damage isn't that bad. Oh, okay, so it puts up a 25% trap. That's actually a lot better than what I thought. I thought it created a 25% blade for all of the Morganths. That is so much better than what it could have been. Hey, nice. Who are you attacking? I'm okay with that. Well, yeah, no, definitely focus on the death one. I can't do damage to the death one. Or I can, just not a lot. Because I can't put prisms on, or it'll just send them away. So, though I can do like curses and stuff, I think. That's probably what I'm gonna do. You're gonna set up a myth curse on that one. Okay. Who's the most annoying here? Yeah, let's just do it. No need to waste time. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I'm the one that's most likely to be knocked out in this fight, compared to all the henchmen. Another Power Nova, alright. Now we get rid of all of those. This is round 2. For anyone keeping score or keeping track. boost your healing. Good, good. You're gonna put a trap on one of them. Yeah. Let's focus the death if you can. That's greatly appreciated. Alright, let's see. What's next? So we're going into round 3. Okay, you are going to... What? Weird choice. So you're going to set up a global. So you all are going to get to see like what happens when a global is set up. Let's do this, and then I think I'll attack next turn. A natural attack? Oh, so just a literal natural attack instead of the specific natural attack. Okay. Because the balance one, that should have... Yeah, put a minus 45% accuracy. Man, it's some good chip damage, I guess. See, yeah, I want to see what happens here. Storm. Okay, so Storm just puts a damage over time on herself. Okay. That's a little odd, but okay. I'm going to go ahead and attack just to see if I can, how much damage I can potentially do. This is the beginning of round 4, so here comes the spider. Does it? I think it does. It does damage to... Yeah, damage to everyone. Really not that bad, all things considered. Just a little bit. These guys are still setting up, hopefully for some pretty big attacks. Okay, let's see. Okay, you're going... Okay, so you're... Yeah, an Orthrus. Good. You're going to do that on the balance. I would prefer you do that somewhere else, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, we're just chipping away at them. That would have been so much better if it had been something else, but it's fine. Is that... Okay, that's one down. That actually doesn't do much, because the idea there is that if they go in a certain order, like Ice is the one casting the Shadow Spider right now, but like if you beat Ice, it's either Storm or Death that takes it over, and then one of them takes it over. Balance is the one that takes it over last. So it's just like... So the funny thing is, like, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, I'm gonna cast this here, and then we'll do another attack. And here's her natural attack again. Okay. Yeah, definitely not the worst thing. But yeah, so far my recommendation is absolutely do this with people. Absolutely do the, like, use team up for this, because this is kind of a, I mean, so far it's not been that bad. But I mean, I do have 3 max level minions, so. Oh. Oh, setting up a shadow spell. Which one is that? I'll have to check. Using the life damage on the death enemy. Thank you very much. The only attack you seem to have. Some good shit damage. Let's... Oh yeah, well, what's the... Oh, it's the Nova version. And I think that's 1600 damage to a single target as well. Oh yeah, here comes the Spider Queen. Cast her own shadow spell. I believe that's also a Nova. That's a steal. Yeah, I don't think so. How are we doing on damage? 65, 65, 58. Okay, so you're going to Medusa. That's not going to do a whole lot. You're going to go for Rebirth. Okay. Yeah. Damage to all enemies. Okay. I guess I could do that. Pretty sure they're stun immune as well. That actually works out pretty well. Yeah, that actually worked out pretty well there. Go away, Bartleby. Though if they're not stun immune, that would be kind of cool. I mean, they have to be. This is a final boss, right? Come on. Yeah. That's too bad. Gotta re-up your... Okay, so how many turns left do they have before they cast? 2, 2, 1. So yours will probably be going off. I can't deal enough damage to the death to kill with just one of these. You're going to take some backlash damage if you don't do something. Oh, actually no, she just, yeah, cast the spell. She's going to take a lot of backlash, though. I'm happy with that. Was that a... That was. Nice. Yep, another thread is cut. Okay. So here's the thing. You're going to attack. This one's going to do its steal, heal, whatever. You're going to take some damage, though, I think. I'm going to go ahead and do Call of Cruella to get some damage on this Morganth, so that the Mass Feint boosted Stormlord takes her out. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do this. And then that should do it. Yeah, here comes hers. That's going to do some backlash. It's not a whole lot of damage. So how much backlash are you taking from that? 60... Oh, that's it. Holy... Wow. Last but not least. Pretty... You'll get a heal from this, but you're still going to take some backlash. Yeah, you got some healing from that, but how much damage are you taking? All of it. That's kind of wicked. Shadow magic was her undoing. He still puts this in.
No! Impossible! I just need more power to destroy you, villain. I draw down the song of creation and the shadow web!
Cutscene.
Its vibrant power courses through my veins like liquid fire. I will obliterate your living memory.
I don't think so, Morganth.
No, wait, it's too much. The shadow burns cold. The song is too loud. I cannot hold it all. I cannot. No!
Into the abyss she falls. Oh, she does have a chest. Okay. That's cool. Jeez. That, I will admit, that went a lot easier than I had initially anticipated. Yes, the minions were a big part of the reason why it was so easy. But really, I think that went rather well. You know, I really do think that went rather well. Oh, hello, old cob. We'll talk to you in a second. Is that still part of the... Yeah, it is. We're going to check her chest. Yeah, we're going to check the chest. Just to see, like, some of the things you can get. Yeah, you have a ton of spell elements you can get. Any spell element that she could have dropped in the fight. We have a number of different jewels, as you can see. A lot of these are critical ratings. Yeah, a lot of these are... Are they all critical ratings? Oh, oh wow, that's a pierce jewel. That's not bad. Yeah, lots of just base damage or flat damage increases, stuff like that. And we're not going to go through all of these. Jeez, there's a lot of them. Oh, they do have some, yeah, some more pierce specific. And then here's the rings. Some of these are actually maybe worth going for. To be honest, I'm not gonna. I really don't want to sit here and try to get. I think it's, yeah, it's this one, and this would be a nice boost. Yeah, the insignia of the Dark Woman. This would be a really nice boost if I could get it. But look, it's an ultra rare drop, so that'd be really difficult. Same thing with the Mercy of Shadow and Light. Again, this would be a fantastic upgrade. 2 more damage and some storm damage, but it is also an ultra rare. So it's like you have to decide if it's really worth it. You know what I mean? And to me at the moment, it's just not. This is definitely not worth it. I mean, yeah, you get 5% resist, just flat, or 5% to all damage types, but I lose my blade. I don't want to lose my 45 blade. You know, it's just, the 45 blade is just too good. There is a rare variant, which is weaker. But yeah. And, yeah, same thing with the ring. But I'm pretty sure this stuff is not, this is not school locked. Because I'm pretty sure I picked up a, yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked up a, let's see. Yeah, we got the myth one. Yeah, we got the lower tier one as well. So it's just like, to me, I'm sorry, it's just not worth it. I mean, the gear I have, I feel, is pretty good. If at some point during Arc 3 I find that I'm having a little bit of trouble, maybe I'll come back to Morganth and try to get the upgraded Athame and ring. I don't know. Really, this fight wasn't that hard. Again, minions, I know. But even with like 3 other people, there's not a whole lot you need to coordinate around for this fight. Because, you know, everything she does is pretty random. It's pretty random. Other than the every 4 rounds, the shadow spider. What? The heck? What the heck just happened? This is weird. Did I just get kind of screwed? I mean, like... This is weird. Alright, hold on for a second, everybody.
This is what happens when you are not strong enough to control the power and allow it to instead consume you.
So, what happened there? I was stuck. I don't know what caused that sigil gate to pop up, but what I did is I went to the shop, like went to a house and like previewed a house, left, and it popped me outside the sigil gate. And now we can talk to old Cobb, do this. I assume this is maybe the conversation he would have had with us inside, because it does say done. But yeah, very weird.
You have absorbed a great deal of Morganth's stolen power. Too much, in fact. Should you not shed it, it would consume you. Luckily, the answer is simple. Give it back to the land. Go to Zartakazangziun and restore the Zealous Colossus. Then return to Bastion and revitalize the Rubicon Colossus. I will watch for you there.
I do think I may have gotten screwed out of 56,000 experience. I do think that happened. That just happened. But honestly, not too upset by it. 56,000. I mean, it is what it is. I have no idea how that happened, but it did. So. All right. Well, we gotta head back to Sardonyx, so teleport to Bastion. Yeah, very, very strange. So apparently, actually, hold on. Let me check something. Let me check to make sure that that is everything that he said. So he did have a little... Oh, sorry about that. He did have a little bit of dialogue that we missed. It was, the sky falls, taking her with it. Her song comes to an end, and all that is left is silence. That's what he would have said, and that's what we would have... Probably where we would have gained our experience. But anyway, so that's all that I missed. Again, that was weird. I guess I should have just talked to him. Yeah, I shouldn't have messed around with the chest. Not like I could have known. Interesting bug, though. Anyway, so I'm guessing, yeah, with Morganth's fall, you know, that was a lot of energy she was channeling that just kind of, you know, had to go somewhere. It had to go somewhere, and we were there, so we absorbed a lot of it. I'm guessing, like, our characters, like, the idea is, like, we're brimming with power, getting ready to explode. So we gotta get rid of it somehow.
As soon as you focus on the Zealous Colossus, you feel a surge of power from your heart go into it. There's a deep rumble of repeating thunder, the pulse of the land, that echoes through your being.
We heard the storm of your battle with the Shadow Queen, Spellbinder. What a sign of victory.
Truly, truly amazing! You have restored the land and inspired us to reach across the sea and treat with the burrowers. I can assure you that many, many hatchlings will now bear your name.
Yeah, kind of a common thing to be named after. Yeah, named after a hero. Nice. Now we head to Bastion. To restore this one.
As with the Zealous Colossus, the Rubicund Colossus immediately springs to life upon your presence. A sense of warmth and peace fills every fiber of your being. You should tell Zoltana.
Spellbinder, I am most pleased to see your smooth face again. You have done what none thought truly possible. You have given us freedom and hope and mercy. Thank you.
Zoltana is too reserved. You are a hero to us all. The light is restored, the shadow driven out, and all our days will be joyous ones.
And where is old Cobb? Is this where he reveals himself? Or is that to come later? Very cinematic up there, with his robe billowing in the wind.
You have restored light and life to the land. Well done. I am pleased I was able to see Khrysalis restored. The Arachna will suffer for a time, but they will get over it. And now it is time for us to see the spiral and all its glory. To see what we have missed for being locked away for so long.
That's a lot of eyes.
Fly free, my children. Marry and make war. Build fleeting empires and towers of cards and beautiful disasters. Fly through the spiral to Polaris, Empiria, and Mirage. To the hidden lands and the broken shores. Dear wizard, say goodbye to Khrysalis and hello to Merle Ambrose and Bartleby for me. It is time to write a new prophecy.
Well, that's not good. Huh. That's not good at all. Okay, yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of cool. So, yeah. And that also gives us kind of the roadmap for our next worlds of Polaris, Mirage, and Imperia. Whew. Very cool. Though the funny thing is, like, in the ultimate grand scheme of it, I really don't think we could have stopped Morganth, like, within the narrative, within the story. I really don't think it was possible to have stopped Morganth without Grandfather Spider's help, you know? I really don't think it would have been possible. Back in Wizard City. It's good to be back.
Wizard, it is so good to see you hale and hearty. I must tell you, we were all concerned for your safety. Now tell me what happened. Do not spare any details. Morganth is gone. I understand there was no other way. We must learn all we can from her story, so future tragedies may be averted. Oh, this news of old Cobb is troubling. But we shall just have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. New adventures for us all. Yes? Ah, there you are. Today is an auspicious day. Most auspicious. It's time we address a matter that is long overdue. Yes, indeed. I remember when you first set out for Unicorn Way, bright-eyed and brimming over with potential. Oh, seems like just yesterday. Of course, much has happened since then. The troubles with Malistaire and Morganth. We've had you traipsing all over the spiral. Yes, you've done all that was expected and more. The faculty is all in agreement. It's time for your official graduation from Ravenwood. It'll be quite an affair. Don't delay now. Mr. Lincoln awaits you in the Cabinet of Wonders. He will prepare you for the ceremony.
And that is where I still plan on wrapping things up for today. We did get a couple of badges that I wanted to look at. We have Child of Light and Shadow, which gives us the Morganth rematch. Go ahead and take... Oh, we get all of them. Yeah, we get all of the rematches for this arc. That's cool. We also got Shadow Quester. Complete all quests in Khrysalis, which gives us a gold key. That's pretty much it. Now, like I said, I am going to wrap things up because I consider this portion, I consider what we're about to do, graduation and stuff like that, to be kind of its own thing. You know, I do consider it to be its own thing. So the next episode will be the whole graduation setup thing, what goes on with it, and maybe being introduced to the Arcanum as well. So that'll be next episode. I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of a cool thing. It's something I'm really, really glad that the developers added in to the game. Just because, yeah, at this point in time, we're more powerful than some of our teachers. Like, arguably, we are more powerful than our teachers. But yeah, should be interesting. Should be cool. I'm looking forward to it. In terms of just like an overall review for Khrysalis and Arc 2 as a whole, Arc 2 was great. I liked the story. I liked it a lot. You know, had higher stakes than the first act of the game, kind of. I mean, it was still, potentially going to destroy the spiral in Arc 1, but, overall, I liked it. I do have two grievances. Those being really just Azteca and Khrysalis. Azteca was a slog. I had the kind of the good fortune of taking a kind of a forced break. I was waiting to re-up my membership, but taking a forced break kind of a third of the way through Azteca. So I had like a multi-week, several weeks, almost to a month break from the game. That made Azteca not as bad. Khrysalis, on the other hand, this is like what, episode 50 or part 53 for Khrysalis? That's insane. And yes, Khrysalis, in my own mind, is considered two worlds because it was released as two separate updates. Yeah, it was like released, like either 6 months or a year apart from each other. So that is a big deal. It is like two worlds in one, in a way. So that does make sense. But going through it nonstop, like I've done, hasn't been easy, is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, ultimately though, I still liked it. I still liked it a lot, and I had fun, and I'm looking forward to starting, to getting this what I'm gonna call the graduation arc done, and starting in on Arc 3. Should be cool. Looking forward to it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.